Welcome back to New Day here on TV3. We are live this morning, as we are every Monday to Friday. Now, we're going into our health club this morning. We're talking about glaucoma. Now, here are some very alarming statistics. Now, Ghana is actually ranked first in the world in regards to statistics for the prevalence of glaucoma, which is very, very alarming. According to the Glaucoma Association of Ghana, 700,000 Ghanaians are actually suffering from glaucoma at present. Joining me in the studio this morning, I have Dr. Elfrida Pambo. She's an optometrist, and she'll be educating us more about this particular ailment after this short video.
Health Club is brought to you by Lipton Tea, still the world's #1 tea brand, and Voltic Natural Mineral Water.
Glaucoma is a group of diseases that damage the eye's optic nerve and can result in vision loss and blindness. However, with early detection and treatment, you can often protect your eyes against serious vision loss. With treatment, eye drops could be given as part of the medication. If eye drops have been prescribed for treating your glaucoma, you need to use them properly as instructed by your eye care professional. Proper use of your glaucoma medication can improve the medicine's effectiveness and reduce your risk of side effects. To properly apply your eye drops, follow these steps. Wash your hands. Hold the bottle upside down. Tilt your head back. Hold the bottle in one hand and place it as close as possible to the eye. With the other hand, pull down your lower eyelid. This forms a pocket. Place the prescribed number of drops into the lower eyelid pocket. If you are using more than one eye drop, be sure to wait at least 5 minutes before applying the second eye drop. Close your eye or press the lower lid lightly with your finger for at least 1 minute. Either of these steps keeps the drops in the eye and helps prevent the drops from draining into the tear duct, which can increase your risk of side effects.
Okay, so as I told you before, that educative video, we have with us in the studio Dr. Elfrida Pambo. She's an optometrist, and she'll be helping us with this particular ailment this morning. Good morning, Doc.
Good morning.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Great, thank you for joining us. Could you please give us the layman's term? What is glaucoma?
Well, glaucoma is an eye condition, and what happens is it causes the damage of optic nerves. Optic nerves are nerves which are behind your eye that sends impulses to your brain for you to see.
Okay.
So when you have glaucoma, the optic nerves are damaged, and so you start losing your sight, your vision. That's from the sides.
Okay.
Of your vision, from the peripheries.
Peripheral vision.
So it takes time before sometimes you notice that
so
you have glaucoma.
Just to clarify that, so I mean, usually you'd find everything in front of you quite clear.
Yes.
But it's things that would come from the side that may be blurry or you might not see.
Yes, and primary risk factor is an increase in the pressure. So when this happens, the pressure, there's a fluid inside the eye. So when the pressure increases, sometimes the optic nerves are damaged.
Okay. All right. What are some of the symptoms of glaucoma?
Well, glaucoma hasn't really got any symptoms because it's asymptomatic. That's the kind of, we have types of glaucoma.
Right.
The commonest type that we have around here is usually asymptomatic. They don't have any symptoms.
Okay.
So you have to be checking your eyes
right.
to be sure whether you have it or not.
Is that partly why we've got so many cases that come up? Because people don't actually see it coming, and all of a sudden when they go and check, maybe they have an eye problem, then it says they've got glaucoma?
Yes, it could be.
It could be, okay.
It could be.
Now, the disease is obviously on the rise, and with our high prevalence within Ghana, it's already becoming an issue. What's being done by the medical associations in regards to awareness of glaucoma?
Well, from where I'm coming from, my corner in the hospital, when my patients come, I educate them on glaucoma, and I always check out to see if someone has glaucoma. When you look at behind their eyes, sometimes I'm able to see whether someone is about getting glaucoma, or there are some things that we look out for. And at least eye care professionals, I know we are trying to, that's why we are picking up more glaucoma these days. We are looking out for it, so we are picking more.
Yeah. Is there anything that causes glaucoma that we can avoid on a day-to-day basis? There's a myth that eating lots of gari in certain places can actually cause glaucoma. Is that true?
Well, there are no known causes, but there are risk factors that predisposes you to getting glaucoma. First of all, the fact that you are black. If you are of black descent, you are at a higher risk of getting glaucoma. And if you have a family history of glaucoma, and certain conditions too, like diabetes, can predispose you of having glaucoma. And there are so many other things that predisposes you of getting glaucoma. They are the major things, the risk factors, but not necessarily a cause.
There's been records of children getting glaucoma now. How's that happening? How young can somebody get glaucoma?
Some kids are born with glaucoma. We have congenital glaucoma. You see, initially I told you that we have types.
Yes.
Glaucoma can even come as a result of trauma, when you have traumatic injury to the eye. Some kids are born with glaucoma, but those kids are usually picked up from the hospital, and sometimes with surgery it's able to be corrected.
So the kids that are born with congenital glaucoma, would that mean that it'd been in their genes, or their mother or their family would have had it at some point?
Yes. The mother, as in the mother having the glaucoma.
Would it be the mother, or
yes, it could be a defect on a gene.
All right then. So what treatments are available then? Because we saw eye drops. You mentioned operation. What else is there that can be done?
There are the two treatments. It's actually not treatment, it's management. We manage it. It can't be treated, but it could be managed to slow the progression of the disease.
So correct me if I'm wrong then. So if glaucoma has set in and my vision is getting blurry from the sides, there's nothing that's going to reverse that?
Yes, it can be reversed. Whatever vision you have left could be kept. It could be
kept
maintained and managed, but you can't reverse it. You can't bring back the vision, which is for the optic nerves are damaged, and you can't really mend them.
So in regards to the operations then, is it just to stop it where it is then, where the ailment has reached? Because if it doesn't cure it, then
yes, at least to stop, to manage it, to slow its progression. So sometimes we do operation and also give drugs, eye drops as well.
How much roughly would it cost for somebody to manage their glaucoma ailment? We're talking about eye drops. How much do they range from? Well,
for now, the eye drops, some are quite expensive. It depends on the prescription you are given. We have some which are a bit cheaper, and NHIS covers it, but some too are expensive, and it depends on how whoever is managing it wants to go about it. Sometimes you combine certain drugs, and so let's say you can say it's expensive managing glaucoma.
And what about the operations? How much do they range from?
I can't really give you a figure now, but it's an operation, so definitely it comes.
We're talking thousands of cedis?
Yeah, maybe hundreds to thousands.
Hundreds to thousands.
Yes.
And in regards to getting these drugs, are they readily available? Are any of the patients having problems with acquiring any of these particular drugs that they may need?
Well, they are readily available in most pharmacies. If you should go to the pharmacy shop, you should get it. You should be able to get a glaucoma drug.
All right. So as we usually say within the health sector, early detection is key. Is that the case with glaucoma then, as usual?
Yes, early detection will help slow its progression, because the vision which is lost due to glaucoma can't be brought back. It's lost, it's gone. So when it's detected early enough, and because it's asymptomatic, you may not go to the hospital it doesn't present with pain or anything. I mean, what we usually have, the kind of glaucoma we have around here, it doesn't bring about pain or anything. So it's good to always check your eye, especially if you have family history of glaucoma.
So let's just say hypothetically I came into your clinic, you're doing a test on my eyes. What would I go through? Are you going to shine a light in my eye? Are you going to poke my eye? What exactly do you do in order to
usually get the first thing we do to check out for glaucoma is to look at the disc. You showed it in the video. We look into your eye and look at what we call the optic disc, and the color will determine whether you are about getting glaucoma or you are suspected. We have a suspicious disc about getting it, so that's what we look out for. Then we check other things. We check the pressure of the eye, because for now the treatment options, all we do is for the management to control the pressure. So we check the pressure to see if it's high or not. The other things that we do what we call perimetry, visual field. We check how far you can see. As I look at you, I should be seeing things around here. So
Yes.
as it narrows, then there's a question mark. There are other things too, like gonioscopy, and that's when we check the angle, whether the angles are open, and another test called pachymetry. They are all things that we do.
Okay. We saw an image of a child which had almost white pupils. Is that what would happen if glaucoma is fully set in?
No. White pupils are usually due to what we call cataract, or there is something called a cancer in children, retinoblastoma.
Okay.
If a child has retinoblastoma, they can also present with white pupils. So white people in children should be looked at.
Okay, but that's separate from glaucoma.
No,
completely.
yes, that's separate from glaucoma. But cataract is reversible, so at least that
one can be cured.
is better than glaucoma.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, Doc. This has been Dr. Elfrida Pambo. She's an optometrist, and we're talking about glaucoma this morning.